Are you tired of waiting on men for help? Are you tired of waiting for the help of men? Are you tired of asking the help of men? And are you tired of asking men for help? Well, ask God, for God is ready to bless you. God is ready to provide. God is ready to supply. The storehouse of God is full for you. The shelf in the storehouse of God is full of stock. Ask God. Ask God out of that situation. Ask God out of poverty. Ask God out of sickness. Ask God out of your situation. For God is ready to bless you. I want to inspire and encourage you that ask God about the situation. Make your request known unto God, and God is ready to bless you. God is ready to supply your needs. God is ready to come to your aid. You may be tired of the help of men. You may be tired of asking men, but ask God, for God is ready to bless you. God is ready to come to your aid. God is ready with his provisions for you. Matthew chapter 21 verse 22. And the Bible says that, and all things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing ye shall receive. Whatsoever thing you shall ask in prayer. God is not limiting you in prayer. What do you want to ask God in prayer? Ask God anything in prayer. What is your need? What is your request? Whatsoever be your need, ask God in prayer. And the Bible says that ask God in prayer, and believing ye shall receive. So when you ask God, ask through prayer. And when you ask through prayer, you shall receive it. But in between asking through prayer and receiving is believing. It is a process. Asking God through prayer is a process. And the first step is to ask God. Ask God out of that sickness, out of that poverty. How do you ask God? Through prayer. Go on your knees in prayer and ask God out of your problem. The process of asking God in prayer and receiving is to ask, is to believe, then you receive. So in Matthew chapter 7 verse 7 and 8, the Bible says that ask and it shall be given you, seek and ye shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh shall be opened. Ask and it shall be given unto you. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened unto you. Ask God and it shall be given to you. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened unto you. In the shelves in the storehouse of God is stocked full, but you will need to present your request before God for your provisions and your supply to be made. The first step is ask God. In the shelves of the storehouse of God is stocked. You only need to present your request for your supply to be made unto you. Ask God. In the process of receiving from God, you first ask God. You first go on your knees and make your request known unto God. What is the problem? Ask God out of the problem. What is the situation? Ask God out of the situation. The first step is to ask God. And when you ask God, God is going to give it to you. And after you ask God, the second step is to seek. You don't seek something that you already have, and you don't seek something that you've already found. So on the shelf of God, after you ask God, you need to seek it. How do you seek it? By believing. So Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1, the Bible says that now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So when you ask God, you've not seen it, but the second step is to believe. For believing is the foundation of your faith. When you ask God for your provision, whenever you ask God in prayer, believe that God is going to get it. Believe whatever you ask God in prayer, that you are going to receive it. Whenever you ask God in prayer, believe it. That is the second step. And your believing will search for your request on the shelf of God, and your supply on the shelf of God. And the last step is knock, and it shall be opened unto you. The third step is to knock. And how do you knock? Is to expect. After you ask God, believe that you are going to have what you have asked for. And after you believe what you have asked for, you need to expect it to complete your faith in prayer. When you pray, have faith and you are going to receive it. How do you have faith? By believing and by expecting. So you knock on the doors of God by expecting, by earnestly expecting. For the Bible says that the earnest expectation of the righteous shall never be cut short. The third step is to knock, and when you knock, it shall be opened unto you. Expect it, and your expectation will bring the item on the shelf. When you ask God, you tender in your request, and when you seek, you believe. Your belief will seek for the item on the shelves of God. And after you seek for the item, we need to receive the item. How do you receive the item? How do you take the item you've requested for home? By knocking. And your knocking is expecting. Your expectation will bring your request from the shelf of God. Ask, and it shall be given unto you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. And for whatsoever you shall ask God in prayer, believe, and you shall receive it. Ask God out of your situation. Ask God what you need. And when you ask God what you need, be ready to receive from God. Be ready for your house. Be ready for that job. Be ready for your healing. Be ready for the blessing. Be ready for the miracle. Be ready for the favor of God. Be ready for the breakthrough of God. Ask God, and God is going to answer your prayer. Ask, believe, and expect, and you shall receive. God bless you.